all night long, land home around 4. I'm on the land from my daytime lifestyle. We be going ham like cheese in a slice style. There's something about the nighttime like the...
What's up, guys? William Agnew. I want to welcome y'all to the experience, right? The experience of losing 15 pounds over the next 30 days before my birthday actually comes on December 18th. So we got 4 full weeks, and it starts on Monday. So what I'm gonna do right now is take you guys through the process. I'm not gonna hold you long. I know time is strapped. I know you're strapped for time. I know you're busy and you got things to do, and I want this not to go longer than 15 minutes. So I really want to dive in. I want to say thank you guys for showing up, and this is the best birthday present you guys could ever give me. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the presentation. So as you guys know, my name is William Agnew. This is a happy birthday celebration. So thank you for being here. And this is the 30-day reset program, right? And so I want to go through this to give you guys an idea of what the rules are for this 4 weeks, right? And so it's not really rules, it's just requirements that I want you guys to actually do so you have the best results. So it's not rules, because rules are made to be broken, and we can break some of these rules. And if that happens, guys, and you fall off the horse, don't worry about it. It happens, right? Just jump back on, right? But that being said, we want to stick to this as much as we can. I'm not giving you permission to cheat, but I am giving you permission to forgive yourself if you do fall off the horse, if that makes sense. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about it. So if you look at this first slide, 30-day 15-pound reset program. So the first thing is, this is very safe. I will say this: if you are a pre-diabetic or you got some, blood, insulin, sugar issues, you definitely want to check with a health professional or your health professional before you do anything around fasting. And we're going to talk about fasting because obviously blood sugar levels can change when you fast, and you definitely want to check. And that's to each his own. It just depends on where you are in terms of your health journey, right? But just make sure you get the right advice when doing anything around fasting. Now, the fasting we're going to be doing is intermittent fast. It's not like a whole day of not eating. We don't do that. As a matter of fact, we're no starving. As you look and see, there's no starving. It's very sustainable, which means after the 15 days, you can keep this one going because it's a lifestyle. It's very, very easy for beginners, as you can see too, beginner friendly. And so we break this up into 4 categories, right? We got nutrition, we got fasting, we got exercise, and we got meditation. And I tell people it's not that difficult. It's just that people really don't have the guidance, the education. Sometimes they don't have the person, cheering them on. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need community. It's just a matter of being motivated to do so. It's not hard. You just got to be motivated to do so. So hopefully this motivates you, because it definitely motivates me. Now, that being said, I know Thanksgiving is next week, right? I know Thanksgiving is next week, and I even contemplated. I said, you know what? Do we want to set ourselves up for failure because we're doing this over Thanksgiving? We know we're going to be eating that turkey, and we know we're going to be eating that macaroni and cheese, and we know we're going to be eating those potatoes and that stuffing. Do we really want to do that? And the answer is yes, because here's the thing. If we can implement this, right, which I think we can, and we can be successful at dropping 15 pounds over the holidays, then guess what? So I know this thing works. And that's what I want you guys to help me prove by giving this gift to you, is dropping these 15 pounds over Thanksgiving. I want to be able to say that, like, bro, our program, 15 days, 30 days, 15 pounds, we did it over Thanksgiving and we had phenomenal success. So with that being said, forget Thanksgiving. We're going to knock it out the park, and we're going to enjoy Thanksgiving too, right? So y'all down with it? If y'all down with it, rock with me, bro. Let me get on through this thing, because I don't want to hold you guys, all right? That being said, rules of the challenge. So these are rules. These are not really rules. These are just things. These are guidelines. There are really no rules. Rules are made to be broken. That's what I believe. So sometimes if we fall off the horse, we can get right back on. And that's why we're doing this collective effort, so we all can lean on each other if we need help. If I fall off, I want my brother to pick me up, right? And so I know around Thanksgiving, that's what y'all going to be doing. It's going to be a lot of people falling off the horse. But we're going to get back on that horse, and we're going to knock out this 15 pounds over the next 30 days. Now, let's talk about fasting first, all right? Fasting, we want to jump on first, because this might be one of the biggest challenges for you guys, right? So this is what we got to do, and this is what you got to do. You got to pick one of these, right? So we got what we call 16-8 and 14-10. 16-8 is fast for 6 hours, or 16 hours, excuse me, and eat for 8. So you get an 8-hour window to eat whatever you want. Now, we're still going to be very controlled in that eating, and we'll talk about what that looks like in terms of a meal plan, but still, we can only eat within those 8 hours, and I'm going to give you guys that example next. And then we got 14 and 10. So this is just the difference of 2 hours. So instead of, 8 hours, hours, right, that we can eat is 10 hours. So for instance, if you started at 12 noon, you would start at 10 in the morning, right? And it'd be the same 10 to 8 or 12 to 8 for the most part, right? And I'll give you examples of that. Allowed during fast. So in the hours that we don't eat, the only thing we're allowed to consume is water, black coffee, tea, and electrolytes, all right? Any questions on that, guys? Go ahead and put comments in down below if you have questions. If you have questions about any of this, 16:8, 14:10, please put them down below. I don't want to go long because I don't want to hold you guys too long. Got a lot of information to go through. All right. So right here is the fasting window example meal plan. So this is an example. So imagine you're doing a 16:8. Say you pick that one. That's your option. So you're going to fast for 16 hours a day, which half of those hours you're going to be asleep anyway, like 8 or 9 hours you're going to be asleep. So there's really 8 hours that you're actually going to be awake, right? That you're not going to eat. And then those 8 hours you are going to eat. But this is an example of 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. So your first meal is going to be what we call a clean fuel lunch. And this is just an example. As a matter of fact, we're going to provide you guys with the meal plans, and you can use ours or you can use your own, but you do got to stick to specific types of food, right? That's where our nutrition comes in. So for example, at 12 p.m., our meal one on Monday would be a protein power bowl at lunchtime. That's grilled chicken breast or tofu, spring mix plus spinach, cherry tomatoes, cucumber, brown rice, and lemon dressing. That would be your power protein meal, which would be your lunch for Monday. And then the next thing you're going to do after that is you're going to eat again at 3 o'clock. So you can have a snack. Now your snack can consist of, example, mixed berries, handful of almonds or cashews. Here's the requirement. It has to be natural foods. So it has to be fruit, has to be vegetables. It can be nuts. It can't be anything in a box. Anything in a box is going to be a no for us. That's the devil, right? Because it has preservatives and it has sugar, right? So it's healthy as it says that it is. It has preservatives that makes it last, and it's not that healthy. So what we're going to do is we're going to eat lunch, and our lunch is going to be a snack, and that snack is going to be something that's organic and healthy, something that's grown out of the field, off the tree, from a vine. So with that being said, that's the requirement for snacks. And then at 6:30, right, our meal 2 is a lean dinner. So example, salmon and greens, baked salmon or shrimp, steamed broccoli for dinner, right? And then here's the so any questions in that? Again, put them right at the bottom if you have questions on that, right? But here's the thing that's going to probably challenge you guys the most. 8 p.m., the kitchen is closed. So there is no snack. There is no after 8, and this is probably going to be the hardest thing for you guys. I get it. This is where I struggle at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. I get bored. The thing I want to do is I want to go in the kitchen, look in the fridge. I want to grab something. Here's the problem with doing that, guys. When you go eat after 8 o'clock, you trick your body. Your body is trying to wind down. So what it's doing is it's getting ready, right? Your brain has gone into an alpha state and your cortisol is dropping, and it's time to go to sleep. With that being said, you don't want to trick your body by eating things that are probably going to turn to sugar. That sugar gets in your head at night when you're asleep. And this is what causes a lot of us not to be able to rest properly. You know, we dream a lot. Not resting. It's not going into REM. It's not relaxing. It's not repairing. It's not recharging. And this is where all of that stuff that we're doing is really going to take place. This is where you're going to burn a lot of your calories. Your body's really going to go to work. And instead of focusing on digestion, it's really going to get to work and help you rest and repair. And you're going to feel great the next day. And the more you do this, the more conditioned you're going to be not to eat at 8, because you're going to wake up feeling great in the morning, which is going to lead you to be able to do the next day even better than the previous day. Does that make sense? So we can't eat after 8 o'clock, guys. I can't eat after 8 o'clock. Now, I know this is going to be the hardest thing for some of you guys, but this is the one where you got to do it the first few, 2 or 3 days, and you'll be conditioned. You'll get conditioned, and it won't be a problem going forward. So only thing we can drink is black coffee and tea after 8 o'clock. Any questions on that? All right, so you guys, and water, of course, right? And so the 14-10 is the same thing, same layout, same format. Only difference is if you're doing the 10, that means you probably want to eat breakfast. So an example for breakfast would be a protein-packed breakfast that would start at 10 a.m. versus starting at 12 o'clock. So that being said, your protein-packed breakfast would be scrambled egg whites, avocado slices. You can do some turkey bacon or some spinach. So if you're doing the 14-10s, that means you probably want to eat breakfast. You probably want to eat breakfast around 10 o'clock, and then the same deal. You're going to have your lunch around 1:30. So you're going to slide that back a little bit. Instead of 12 o'clock, it's going to be 1:30, and then your snack time is going to be 4 instead of 3, right? But again, it's going to be organic fruits, vegetables, maybe yogurt, maybe some chia seeds, maybe some honey, right? You could do yogurt, right? Yogurt's kind of in a box. I'm not a real big fan of yogurt because a lot of yogurt has sugar in it too. I'd rather you do some natural sugar like fruit. But in the case that you want to do something a little less fruit or veggies, right, you can do yogurt too. Yogurt and honey and chia seeds. So things like this, even peanut butter is okay. That's in a, get the healthy peanut butter. Make sure you get the healthy peanut butter and the apple slices. But you want to do a very organic snack. All right. Any questions on that? Put it at the bottom. And then at 7 p.m., you're going to have dinner. So notice at the 10-hour one, we just slid the hours back a little bit because we started at 10 o'clock. So we're sliding it back. So we're going from 10 to 8 instead of 12 to 8. But if you can see a meal example, evening restore meal would be grilled chicken, steak strips, tofu, asparagus, green beans, right? Again, we're going to provide you guys with sample meal plans that you can use, or you can use your own meal plans. It's totally up to you, right? I'm 10 minutes in. I got to keep it going. If you got any questions, put them at the bottom. The final comparison. So this right here, I wanted to show you guys. This is very important because this is the finance. And this is what I tell people all the time. Finance causes a lot of anxiety, which impacts our body, right? And so that being said, I want you guys to understand that financially doing this meal prep and this meal plan and this fasting is going to control the cost of what you spend every day, especially if you're a person that eats out a lot, right? That being said, let's take a look at the first category. It says daily cost, right? On our first category, it says fasting meal plan, $10.50 per day, right? Whereas if we do fast food, it could be anywhere from $30 to $40 a day. Weekly cost would be $73 a week versus $210 to $80. And then 30-day cost is ridiculous. It's like $315 over a month versus $900 to $1,200 on food. And I know people who spend $900 to $1,200 on food. So what I'm saying is I know that is feasible. Also, some of the other benefits around health, right? Weight loss benefits, clean and balanced versus high sugar and fat, right? Also, we have energy focus. Well, our energy and focus is stable versus crash out, right? Which you guys know what crash out is. Again, it's eating that sugar. That sugar is the devil, guys. Let me tell you. So we got to manage it. All right. And then energy and focus stable instead of crash. And then health impact, anti-inflammatory. You guys know, right? Anti-inflammatory is like antioxidants, right? They're supposed to help control. One thing we do here, we do red light therapy, which really helps inflammatory like ankles and knees and, parts of your body. So anti-inflammatory is that. There are foods that do the same thing versus high sodium and processed foods. All right. So these are some of the benefits of, the financial benefits as well as the health benefits of our meal plan. All right. So that's diet. You guys got any questions? Meal plan, right? I know I went through that quick, but again, I want to get you in and get you out of here so you know what to expect on Monday. If you have any questions, put them on the bottom. I'm going to answer them via the keyboard, right? I'm gonna be a keyboard warrior. Number 3, let's move to, we're gonna move 20 to 35 minutes per day. So this means we gotta move outside of our regular moves, right? I know you guys are gonna get up. I know you're gonna move. I know you don't lay in the bed all day, but this is not your traditional, typical movement. This is, extra movement. So on Monday, we're gonna do lower body. So if we're doing lower body on Monday, maybe we're doing 20 minutes of squats, right? So you can watch your favorite TV show or whatever you're doing for 30 minutes and you just do 10 squats, 10 sets, 4 sets of 10 squats, right? So what you do is you do 10 squats, right? Go on your tiptoes, right? And I'm going to be showing you guys some of these examples as we go because I'm going to be showing you guys what I'm doing. I'm going to show you guys probably every day what I'm doing or every other day what I'm doing and kind of check in, right? I'll be doing some live. I'll be doing some videos. I'll be letting you guys know. So if you want to ask some questions or you want to tap in, you can do that and I'll help you through what you should be doing. But Monday, lower body, Tuesday, upper body, Wednesday, cardio, Thursday, abs and core, Friday, full body, and then Saturday and Sunday, we're going to work on the brain, right? Meditation. And we'll be doing that live. Amy's going to be with us and she's going to be taking you guys through some healing, some meditation, some things that can help you rest, repair, relax, and get you ready for the next week. All right. So very important part. But again, I'll send you guys some examples of what type of lower body workouts you can do, upper body workouts, cardio. Again, this is nothing extensive, guys. You don't have to go to the gym. You don't have to have a gym pass, guys. If you want to go to the gym and you want to build, right, go as hard as you want to go, hard as your body will let you go. But you don't have to. Ladies, if you got weight on you, so you can literally just do your squats, your sit-ups, your push-ups, right? You can do regular exercise. You can walk, right? You can do speed walking. You can do all of those things based on what day it is. Does that make sense? All right. If you got any questions, please put them down below. Moving on. And then again, Saturday and Sunday, I'll be letting you guys know when we're going live, when we're doing our And then that'll be posted too. So if you don't see it, it'll be posted. You can watch the replay and you can ask any questions that you want to ask. As far as water, number 4, we drink water every day. The goal is 64 to 90 ounces every day. That means those 8-ounce bottles, right? We need at least at a minimum 8 of those, right? And I know some of you guys my age, right? You pee a lot. You probably pee a lot, and I know it's a headache, but we got to do it. We got to be flushing our kidneys out, flushing our body out, especially if we're fasting. We want to flush out those toxins because it can cause us to feel a little nauseous if we're not flushing out with proper amount of water and we're detoxing, right? Because that's what we're going to do. Our body is going to do an intermittent detox pretty much every day, right? If we're not eating for 16 hours, it's quite some time not to eat. So your body goes into detox mode, but then your body gets to run efficient and start, it's not digesting and it really gets time to heal itself. So you guys are going to see the impact and effect of that. So 64 to 90 ounces, minimum 64, maximum 90, right? And then our daily mindsets. This is number 5. This is preparing us for the weekend. So this is preparing us for Saturday and Sunday. We want to do our affirmations. So when we get to Saturday and Sunday, we can really tap in. Meditation, affirmations. We're going to be talking about that on Saturdays and Sundays, but we're going to do these affirmations every day. So I want you guys to come up with 3 affirmations every day that you're going to say rolling out of the bed. I honor my body. I choose progress, not perfection. I am becoming stronger, lighter, and more powerful. And I want you to do that in the morning when you roll out of bed. So one of the requirements you got to do right now, if you're in, is go write your 3 affirmations down. You can steal these if you like. Write them down, put them right beside your bed. And I want you to say these 10 times every morning. 10 times every morning before you roll out and before you go. All right. Make sense? All right. Weekly breakdown. Let's do the weekly breakdown real quick. So week 1, reset. We start our fasting window, which I just talked about. We cut out sugary drinks. No sugary drinks, guys. Nowhere in here did I say we can drink sugary drinks. We're going to do our light workout every day, which we said in here. And I'm going to send you guys these. I'm going to post these slides so you guys can see them. And then water gold diet. Any questions on that? That's week 1. Week 2, we're going to activate. What does that mean? We're going to increase our protein. We're going to strength train by 3x. So anything we're doing, we're just going to increase it. Does that make sense? So whatever we're doing in terms of quantity, we're going to increase it. We're going to do light meal tracking, right? Which means we're just going to write down what we've been eating. And again, no light eating. That starts from the very beginning. So there's really not a lot we're going to do here, but we're just going to add a little bit more strength training. And what you guys should be seeing is that you're getting stronger, whatever your strength training is in the second week. We're going to activate and increase that protein. In week 3, visible body changes. We should start seeing loss in weight, right? If we're doing what we're supposed to be doing and we're not eating when we're not supposed to be eating and we're eating the right things and we're moving our body for 25 minutes a day and we're meditating and doing at least our affirmations, you should be seeing some effects by then. More reps, more weight, extra cardio day, treats 1 to 2 days max. So in that week, you can have a light treat, right? In week 3, you can start having a light treat in 1 or 2 of those days. All right. So all right. And then week 4, we're going to finish strong, guys. We're fasting every day, which we're doing already anyway, right? 35-minute workouts, which we want to push to the max. Remember, we said 25, 35. By week 4, we want to be at 35. Does that make sense? No processed snacks. Right? We shouldn't have had any processed snacks from day 1. And then we're trying to sleep at least a minimum of 7 hours, guys. And then our daily checklist is going to be this, right? Fit with William daily challenge, right? I followed my fasting window. Right, that's our checklist for today. I drank my 64 ounces of water, 64 to 90. I ate clean, balanced meals. I moved for 20 to 35 minutes, right? And we're going to increase that as we go. And I completed my mindset meditation, all right? And that, right, pretty much the expected results, guys, this is what we want to see. 18 to 15 pounds lost, 1 to 3 inches off our waist, less bloating, higher energy, better mood, stronger discipline, and I want them birthday wishes to come in, and I want everybody to say happy birthday to you on that fourth weekend. All right. Any questions? You guys let me know. Again, thank you guys. Right. I tried to get it under 20 minutes. We're at 19:20. So I got about 40 seconds to say, you know what, guys, for real, I like having fun, but I'm dead serious also, right? And so this right here, I want you guys to be successful in this. And I want us to be successful. And I want to prove and show that we can come together. We can come together no matter who we are, no matter what color we are. We can come together and we can achieve, right, No matter what sex we are, no matter what color we are, no matter, what orientation we represent, we can come together and we can collectively build and accomplish a goal that we set out to do, right? And I dedicate this to my father. So thank you guys. Love you guys. Let me know if you got any questions at the bottom, and I'm gonna see you guys, right? Start Monday. Questions, bottom. Go get what you need. You got the presentation. Now go get what you need. I'll holler at y'all on Monday. Stay tuned. Peace out.
We can stay up all night long, land home around 4. I'm on the lam from my daytime lifestyle. We be going ham